The first rule of keeping cats aboard a spaceship is don't lose the cats on the spaceship. I know this. I know it better than the rest of the crew. I'm the Earthling here, the animal expert with actual veterinarian training, and I'm the one who brought them on board. I told the captain with confidence that I could keep track of them. Well, guess what I just did? The problem was immediately obvious when I woke up. Every morning for the last few days had started with cutesy kitten pounces and thumps as they patted toys about the room. Sometimes I get a tail in my face, other times I'd hear a crash as they discovered how to reach another yet high shelf. Not once had I woken to silence. Today I did. And as soon as I realized it, I sat up with a jerk to scan the room, my heartbeat loud in my ears. Catnip mice and foam balls were everywhere. My shoes were still on the coat hooks. They hadn't managed to knock them down yet. Nothing was swatted off the shelves, and no kittens lay on the floor dead after eating alien food, so at least there was that. But where were they? I moved my feet towards the floor, disturbing a lump that meowed sleepily. Tapestry, the mum cat, was curled up on my bed. I hadn't seen her. And now that I wasn't jostling the blankets anymore, she curled back up for some hard-earned rest. But no kittens. I stroked her tabby fur and looked for smaller balls of fluff, but found none. She didn't seem worried. Hopefully that was a good sign. I stood and hurried to the bathroom. My quarters were small, basically just the 2 rooms, since I spent most of my time with the rest of the crew. There really shouldn't have been any good hiding spots that I hadn't already blocked off. The bed didn't even have space underneath it. That's where my clothes drawers were. And I made sure the little fluff brains couldn't open those on their own, much less close them again. They weren't in the bathroom. Not in the closed-lid toilet, or the space-age shower stall, or the cabinet of supplies. Not in the trash can, again. They hadn't gotten closed up in the foldable sink. I always left it sticking out of the wall. Where were they? They couldn't have gotten out into the hallway. No, just not possible. I would have heard if someone inexplicably opened the door to my quarters without knocking. Not that anyone would. Especially while I was asleep. I told myself that there was no way they could be wandering the ship and getting stuck in the engine room. Mimi would notice animals hiding amongst his engine parts. Heck, the entire ship was bound to have someone around, ready to spot the furry little troublemakers, no matter how stealthy they were. I was pretty sure they resembled food on at least one homeworld. My crewmates weren't the sort to hurt them, though. Everyone knew full well that I had them here. The kittens wouldn't be mistaken for pests. Hopefully. I really don't want to announce to everyone that I've lost them, I thought, leaving the bathroom. They've got to be in here somewhere. What am I missing? I surveyed the toy-covered room, trying for the umpteenth time to see cat-proofing opportunities that I hadn't addressed. Bed, bookshelf, other shelves, bedside table with the lamp bolted down, desk and chair. The litter box was in the bathroom, with the food and water dishes along the wall beside me. There were no curtains to climb, and hardly any decorations, just the digital window with its chunky gold frame, someone's second-hand idea of class, and the fake plants on the shelves. The bite marks on those weren't new. But the positioning was. I stepped closer, staring and second-guessing, and yes, they were definitely pushed out of place. And now that I thought about it, the digital frame was slightly crooked too. That spectacular alien sunset with the planetary rings in the background was out of alignment with the corner of the room. Like someone stepped on it. Now where would they... I froze in place, feeling stupid. Ah, right. Ever look at something so often that you stop noticing it? I may have mentioned that this was a spaceship. Metal walls, plasticky floors, no real windows, a ceiling covered in twisty pipes. I hadn't considered cat-proofing the ceiling. It was too high to reach, and surely not the kind of place the kittens would hide. But as I stepped onto the bed and brought my face up close to the lowest curve, I realized that the faint engine sounds I had long gotten used to sounded an awful lot like purring. There they were. All 5 of the fuzzy little bastards were snuggled into a happy pile among the pipes without a care in the world. They meeped sleepily when I stuck a hand in. I can't believe you, I murmured. They ignored me. The air was warm but not hot, and the pipes were vibrating faintly. When Captain Sunlight had assured me that there was no radiation to worry about, I figured it couldn't hurt to double check. Sleeping on top of the things could easily be a different prospect from sleeping in a bed below. Alright, down for now, I told them, scooping up the kittens despite their protests and setting them on the bed. Be good little fluff brains and sleep here while I... No, of course not. They were already tumbling to the floor with strident mews for food. Tapestry stretched and jumped down as well. I sighed and got out the cat food. If I was quick about it, I could get out the door before they tried to follow me. That net I tried to rig up as a baby gate hadn't stopped them crawling under. Good kitties, I said, tucking my shoes on as they ate. You behave yourselves. I'm just going to make sure your favourite new hiding place isn't going to give you extra eyeballs or something. Maybe I'll set up a new shelf there so you don't fall on my face during the night. I slipped out of the door just as the first kitten finished eating. Appropriately enough, it was the grey shorthair who Mimi had insisted I name after him. There weren't any green cats in the litter, so Grey was close enough. Me, declared Mimi the kitten as the door closed. Yup, I agreed. Once I was sure the latch wasn't about to pop loose, I took long strides towards the engine room. My heartbeat was totally calm and normal. Why'd you ask?